All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WMB show. And I'm your host, Isaiah Israel. And like every fucking Friday, we're just here just to laugh our asses off and just have a good time. Just say what the hell we want to say. Because today we just let all our hair down because I ain't got much. I'm just letting you know. But this is Freak Out Friday, and let's get at it. All right, we had a great introduction. No pauses, no buffering, no nothing. So that's pretty good. We're coming along, and we're gonna make this show even better as the days and weeks and months and years go by. But listen, this is Freak Out Friday, baby. We're just gonna let it all hang out. And like we always do, we talk about some folks who need to get talked about and to laugh our asses off at some of these main men because I got about 20 or so plus, and I'm just want to kind of ambivalent a little bit today, due to the fact that a lot of things have been going on, especially with the ADOS and this reparation bullshit that they had as entertainers and shit, rather than historians and lawyers. They had some jackasses up there talking about we don't need no goddamn money. Now, this cool ass show, I'm here to tell you, this was funny, and it should be featured every Friday on this show where we just talk about they dumbasses for cooning. Ta-Nehisi Coates, the Senator Booker, Cory Booker, and some pretty prominent political figures in the black community, saying we don't need no goddamn money. Now, I'm going to digress a little bit and try to bring something to the table. Now, I know damn well we deserve some money. Based on the historical facts in my book, The White Man's Burden of Lies and Deceit 1, I lay it out and I tell people and the truth and the facts that these 13 colonies that became the 13 states of the United States is it. That's it. That's all of what America is. 13 states. And to make a long story short, look, uh, King George told the colonists, do not take your asses beyond the Appalachian Mountains messing with the indigenous population. But greed set in, more so than so-called white pride or racial pride. And then the ideology of manifest destiny took hold and grip. That that underpinning ideology as well of white supremacy and white superiority, which is really nothing but a liberation ideology from black oppression because King George and King James and King Charles were all black men and their wives were black. And their kids and white folks were being used and abused by black folks. And so the Americas became the haven for white folks, where they can feel that they can be separate from black folks because everybody else were black. The French, the Germans, the Russians, the Danes, the Scots, all of these people were black people or tawny complected people. Now I'm just letting you know straight up offhand that the final analysis, every state west of the Appalachian Mountains have been accrued and taken illegally and need to be, given back. That's it. Now, in respect to reparations, We're talking minimally the basement floor of $100 trillion. And to be honest, all of the gold, all of the oil, all of the trees, all of the whatever minerals and other things above the ground, not just counting the land and how fixed up it is, but how that can be accrued over the last, 280 years that America has been in existence. You're talking well over $400 trillion. Well, somewhere around there, because a lot of these companies went public and made trillions of dollars more. So I'm just, that 400 trillion might just be a basement floor, also. I don't know. But at the very least, $120 trillion, we're talking at the bare minimum. So when I hear about all of this, politicians and entertainers, well, not politicians, but yeah, the politicians on the black side, talking about we don't need no reparation while everybody else is getting reparations, and even the slaveholders were getting reparation after they lost their slaves. And in today's money, that might be $30,000, $40,000 a piece. Come on, man. You know that don't make no sense at all. And so when I'm thinking about all of this stuff that's happening, I really gotta laugh at it because it just doesn't make any sense at all. And for these coon ass niggas that's getting up here and talking about what we don't need, yeah, it look like you done got your shit. So, what the fuck do you give a shit about the general population of black folks? What need to be happening is that your asses, Kuwait's, I guess, I don't know how you pronounce his first name, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Cory Booker, and all you bitches and bastards, y'all just need to get slapped. Now, I'm just being honest. And it just doesn't make any sense at all. Now, the other thing is when I just watched this show called When They See Us about the Central Park Five Guys. Now, they were very young guys early on, 13, 14, 15, and the oldest was 16, and he did the most time. And basically, he went crazy according to, the video, and I don't blame him for that, because there's some crazy motherfuckers in jail. But thank God, he made it through. He seemed to be okay. I'm not going to say he's all right. He's just okay. He's making it day by day by day by day. You know what I mean? But if you get a chance just to watch the show When They See Us about the Central Park Five Guys, who are now being called the Exonerated Five, that Oprah is using that to make us out to be more black, in my opinion. Because to be honest with you, the bitch is dumb. The bitch got her fucking ass tongue all up in white folks' asses. And just singing like the mammy on Gone with the Wind. She just happier than a gay man and boy time. I'm telling you. I mean, the bitch is just dumb. And she went along with the get along a long time ago in 88, 89 when this shit happened. Talking about where they admitted it, and, blah, 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 Skippy. Bitch, please. Fuck you, fuck your show, fuck everything else about you. Because you're about as phony as I'm about to say a $2 bill because the $2 bill is real now. I don't know, about as phony as a $4 bill, let me put it that way. Because this shit is just following how she doing niggas, you know what I mean? And then she never, checked Dr. Oz when he was saying that, black people suffer from high blood pressure because of the voyage of the slave trade boat. Now, bitch, please, you don't have Rabbi Capers Funai on your show and telling you that the true Jew, the real Jews, are black, have always been black. I am a Jew. And for the life of me, it seems as though, she's happy about kissing white folks' ass. I mean, I can't do it, and I couldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it. Hell, if I was in her shoes and I made all that money already, I wouldn't get like, motherfucker, get your asses on. This is my show. If you don't like it, take me off this bitch, and I just run my fucking money onto a podcast where I can say what the fuck I want to say because people are still going to follow me. And this is what this podcast is all about. I ain't got as much money as Oprah with all of the studio experience and all of this. But don't trip, don't worry. We're going to get there. You know what I mean? We're coming up on a big tip. But that's just some of the things that really irked me. The reparations, hearing Oprah and the Central Park Five guys, and now she's all up in their face. I would have said, bitch, please, you told us, or you were saying we were guilty. How in the hell can a 13, 14, 15, and a 16-year-old boy rape a girl? And this bitch don't even remember what the fuck happened, talking about they did it. And, white folks are good for that. A nigga did it. You know what I mean? And just like the boy out there who killed himself in Boston, who shot his wife, as soon as the white cops showed up, oh, a nigga shot him. Oh, he shot me too. Oh. And the white bitch that drowned her kid, a nigga did it. He was black, and I don't remember. Oh. Now, we know the deal. We know the story. White women love to fucking lie, and white guys are just natural born liars and killers. And that's not an exaggeration or a hateful thing coming out of my mouth. White folk love to kill not only their own kind, but nature. I mean, they get a thrill out of that shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. They like to eat raw meat, as they did in the caves, I guess, a long time ago. They like to have sex in their own shit and urine and eat it and drink it and vomit it up back again and having sex in it again. They love to have sex with sex dolls and wanting to have a baby with a sex doll. They love going to brothels throughout Europe and now perhaps in America to have sex with animals. So do I really need to really explain white folk to you again and again and again? When are you going to wake up and smell the coffee that they are demonically possessed? Now, I'm talking about, the Exorcist type of shit. And this demonic possession is called white supremacy, and white superiority, and white nationalism, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's the same shit. It's a feeling of loneliness. It is a feeling of ineptness. It is a feeling that they're not as good as black people, even though they try to say we're better. Because if you're better, you wouldn't have to say it, bitch. What the fuck is this? This shit is psychology 101. If white folk were better than black folk, they wouldn't go out of their way trying to suppress our history. Saying this, saying that, and saying they built the pyramid. Bitches, please. Y'all would have been incinerated within the first few weeks under the hot ass goddamn sun. Go sit your knucklehead asses down. No, let me rephrase that. Go sit your knuckle dragging asses down somewhere and just pay attention to your mommy and your daddy. I'm your daddy. My wife is your mama. And every time you see a black man and a black woman, you address them as sir or ma'am or daddy or mommy. That's what the fuck you gotta do. Because y'all are just too far out here making all these dumbass assumptions and making all these dumbass, how you put it, words that you guys use to try to water shit down and knowing goddamn well who did it and who didn't do it. Hell, you guys couldn't make a shoe, let alone a fucking window for a house. We civilized you, black people civilized white people 3 times. Now, I'm going to be fair about it. You know what I mean? All white folk need to do is just accept the fact that they are black people and come your and bring your ass back to the table of humanity and behave. But then again, since we civilized you 3 times, I don't believe that's gonna happen because you guys are just way the fuck out there, too far out there to even try to come back because now you on your own and you have painted yourself into a corner of stupidity. And in that corner of stupidity, you have blinded each other with pride and saying things that don't even matter or count. Oh, I'm better than all these niggas. We don't kill each other like niggas do. We don't steal. We don't lie. Motherfucker, y'all are the masters of this shit. And like I said so many motherfucking times, that white folks have brought nothing to this world but death, destruction, disease, and despair. You guys are the master of this shit. You know what I mean? And I'm more than willing, more than capable, more than willing times 1,000 to go on the Bill O'Reilly show, Tommy Lawrence show, Laura Ingraham show. Just bust your shit out. Because you know goddamn well your shit is weak in the motherfucker. And as soon as you see the picture of my book, which is right here on this screen, of a white woman with a tail, you guys are not going to have me on your show. Because the shit is just too goddamn real. And you know the deal. I mean, I can remember a story of this little boy walking up or running up on Dick Gregory in the airport or something like that, wherever he was. And he told the tale about this little boy's mother told him, obviously, to run up there and, ask him, sir, can I see your tail? My mommy said you guys grow tails. You know what Dick Gregory said? He didn't even get mad. This is a little boy. You don't know any better. And this is the ignorance and the stupidity that white folks still have. They're like children in their mind. And so he looked down at the little boy. He said, little boy, go back to your mom and just tell her, yeah, we grow tails. But I'm quite certain she would love to see this tail in the front. You know what I mean? So that's the real deal. Hell, I can remember when I was in college and I had a white roommate. And, we were sitting there, we were just talking and everything. And he called me a boy. And I looked at him, for a few seconds. And I looked away, I looked down. And I slowly turned back around to him. And I looked at him for about 2 or 3 seconds. And then I said, girl. Yeah, I'm a boy, but you're a bitch. You know what I mean? This is how you got to try and do them. Not try and do them. You got to do that. You got to put them on the spot, man. You can't let white folks run their motherfucking mouths because as soon as they do, they'll take it for a mile. Give them an inch, and they'll take it for a mile because they know the deal. They know the real history of their people, which is nothing. They know they ain't shit because they talk shit. They know they talk shit because they ain't shit. That's it. And as soon as we can wake up to the game, the weak-ass mind game they're playing, man, come on, man. This shit is over with. They're like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, blowing smoke up everybody's asses. And when the smoke goes way too far high, I guess that's right, way too high, it seems as though the image of them is like, oh, wow, ooh, they white, ooh, we got to pay attention. Bitch, please. White folks ain't shit. Because if they were shit, they wouldn't have to announce it. They wouldn't have to beat their chest. The superior people on the face of this planet are black people. Not out of the ignorance and the arrogance that white people love to display, but because of the pure generosity of what we have done to enhance and improve humanity, the summum bonum, for the greater good of everyone. And that's not something that white folks can say. Our ancestors worked hard all day, every day. Were they perfect? No. They killed, they raped, they lied, you know what I mean? But the greater part of it, 80 plus percent, was for the greater good of all mankind. Of course, there are killers and whatnot. The Mongols and the Huns, they were killing. The Persians, they were killing. The Vikings, they were killing. These were all black people. The Danes, the Scots, the Irish, the black people. All right? So, we're coming up on the 20-minute mark, and I think I done rapped about what I really was kind of irritating me a little bit. But like I said, this a reparation thing, we deserve our money. We are the indigenous people of America. We're not of African descent. So ADOS, kiss my ass, because the bitch that is associated with all of this bullshit, she was on the side of, if I remember correctly, the Trumpsters. So she's not all the way black like she tried to put herself out to be. So, but that's what I found out, and that's what I'm reporting, and that's what I'm going to stay with. All right. So, with all of that being said, this is Freak Out Friday, and we're going to get at it. But first, we're going to go on to, this was the first book, and this is the second book, The White Man's Burden of Lies and Deceit, 2 Understanding White Supremacy. So, you guys know about this already. I don't think I have to go into greater detail. So, let's get into tonight's episode. Now, the first up, this little boy, I know, he was like, what the fuck? Dude, man, why you out here with all your shit just up in the air, not even hanging below your balls? I mean, shit. I don't know, but I'm quite sure that young man's face says it all. And nobody else ain't really looking. And, some people are just freak about their shit. Freak and free about it. And this guy's just like, well, I'm out here, doing what I do. You do what you do, and if you don't like it, turn away. Shit. I don't know. But there are people out here who can just go outside without nothing on, and they just say, fuck it. Fuck the system, fuck you, and fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? And just maybe you need to do that sometime. But not me. You, but not me. All right, ladies, here it is. Jump on this. This is my man and his shit. Look at that. Boy, I tell you. Some of us are just out here. Just riding it. We just don't give a shit. So, ladies, you know what to do. All right, well, this is a little bit on the personal side as well because, you know, being the Catholic that a lot of people are, or Christian, why are you guys still going to these churches knowing that you got pedophiles and gay people associated with all that bullshit? And the fact that they're not really being punished. Even the Pope is pardoning people with AIDS and infecting who had infected children and protecting this person. Well, they just need to get slapped by the Batman. Therefore, Sunday is the new stop lying, motherfucker. Bow. Yeah, that's right. I mean, god damn. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to step out here and say the Pope is gay. At least the last one was. But is this Pope complicit in the pedophile cases that are going on? Of course he is. Because all the buck stopped at his desk. And, he got to deal with it. I don't know if he's part of it. He's complicit in doing it himself. But definitely being the head of the church, he is complicit. And he just needs to face whatever's going on in the church and deal with it. Because, the church got like billions of dollars. Why are people, why are children still suffering? Don't have any food, don't have any clothes, don't have any, home to live in. And yet, people are donating money to build Notre Dame again. I mean, that money came in quick, fast, and in a hurry. Fuck Notre Dame. I'm just saying. There are other French citizens who need help. Help them first. Get on their feet. And then try to build the dumbass Notre Dame. That's what, France need to do. Take care of your citizens, give them a proper basic income. And, it's going to circulate back again to the economy, so you're not losing anything. And taking money from, oh, stop taking money from um, your colony, your French colonies in Africa. Because, goddamn well, without black folks, y'all would be down in the dump somewhere in a third world status. All right, now this is a little meme that says definition of stupid: knowing the truth, seeing the truth, but still believing the lies. Now, again, my book deal with the truth, and a lot of people are going to read it, and they're going to still believe in what they want to believe in. Why? Because a comfortable lie is better than an uncomfortable truth. A comfortable lie is better than an uncomfortable truth, and that's real. And a lot of people, to whatever degree, suffer from cognitive dissonance. It's like when they hear the truth and they've been believing in all of these lies all of these years, it's kind of hard to, turn your mind around and to see something different or to accept a whole different foundation to your belief system. And that's typical. I went through that. And then but I adjusted. I don't mind if I'm wrong about something that somebody correct me, and I move forward. I'm not scared of change, and that's a good indication of a very positive person, not a negative person. A self-assured person will move forward and admit to him or herself what is going on or what had gone on is wrong, and we need to just move on. Now, this little man, I can imagine my son doing this. Hey, Papa, you need to come get me, dude. Your daughter is tripping. I heard that, little man, what I mean? But, you got to stay in your place and learn. Probably you did something wrong. But I'm feeling it a little maybe, though. And maybe one day I'll be a grandfather if I'm still living. And, I'll be able to hear my grandson or granddaughter calling me, talking about how my son or daughter are messing with them. So that'll be a good treat. So, but yeah, this little man was like really disturbed. I kind of doubt if it really happened. I'm just saying this guy, whoever did the May, hit the nail on the head. Now, this is my favorite, what do you call it, mantra. At least one of them. In loving memory of when I gave a shit, because I really don't give a fuck. Anybody that knows me personally would tell you, I give a motherfucker just one chance to get it right. If they don't, I'm putting them straight, you know what I mean? And when it comes to liars and lies, I don't give a shit. I will call it out as it is, and what it is, and for what it is, and how it is, and why it is. And, explain it. Because I don't give a fuck. Now, look, some of y'all got some serious spelling problems, and this word should clear it all up. Some of y'all get their, T-H-E-I-R, their, T-H-E-R-E, and their, as in they are, T-H-E-Y with a apostrophe, I guess that word, and an R-E. Put all that shit in one motherfucking word and just say there. Shit. I don't know, man. Y'all, man, y'all be tripping on some of the, English words. But coming from a bilingual background and speaking Spanish and everything like that, come to the conclusion that a lot of people speak English well, but not 100%. And no one speaks no language 100%. But, like you're a fucking genius, like you know every word in the dictionary. That's not possible. But impossible only exists in the dictionary of fools. So let me correct myself. There might be some people out here who do know it. But whoever you are, let me know. I can be on your show or you can be on my show. So excuse that little noise. Somebody going by in a car. So every now and then you want to hear some noise or hear some people speaking or some kids playing outside. Because I'm doing my show in my fucking house at my table right now. That's it. But it don't matter. Here we go. Number 8. Now, we all know who this preacher is. Good friend of Tyler Perry. And I can't remember the dude's name for the life of me. But you know who he is. This is what he looked like before and what he looked like now. He moneyed up like a motherfucker. Because he know he pimping the shit out of people on a Sunday, collecting that money. And his church is called the Potter's House down there in Atlanta, I think. He pimping the shit out of people. Just like the white boy down there in Texas. With a positive message, but, still getting over. And a lot of these preachers are doing the same thing, playing on the weakness and the ignorance of people. Do I blame them? No. Yeah, do what you do, player. Alright, this one is seriously funny, because I'm going to mark on it. And it's about the black guy facing this white guy, and the white guy says, this flag does not stand for hating black people. This flag stands for our heritage, which is hating black people. Now, you know goddamn well, the Confederate flag, even though black people were using that Confederate flag a long time ago, long before America was formed. The X, if you turn it on the side where it formed like an X, if I remember correctly, that was the symbol of was it a Egyptian symbol? I think it was. But I'm going to find out, I'm going to mention that again. But here again, white folks using black symbols and don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Just like the German symbol of Hitler. You guys know what that is. That was a good luck symbol for Africa. It's a old age symbol going back hundreds upon thousands of years. And again, knucklehead white folks, dumbass white folks, stupid ass white folks don't know what the fuck they talking about. And this is why I say they are still uncivilized, still dumb, still stupid, still ignorant, and don't want to let go. But you know what? That's cool. That is to their detriment. Something they cannot see because they're blinded by pride. Oh, I'm white. You, we European, or we're Caucasian, or we're Aryan, or we're Anglo-Saxon. No, you're not. You're a bunch of dumb motherfuckers who I just happen to be black, if you want to admit it, and that's coming from albinos of the Dravidian albinos of India. But I digress, and let's move on. Because white folk gonna be white folk to the end of time, and their time is just up, and just fuck them. Just let that shit ride. All right, now, we know about our judicial system in America and how it works. White folks have a set of judicial systems and laws for them, and black and brown folks, and now Muslim folks for us. So you can see from this, it says white privilege is being able to get rich off of the same thing that has millions of blacks in prison. Marijuana. Black community down, beat them down, knock them down, keep them down. And, the white judge looking at the white community and the white boy, or white man, a white girl, white woman, smoking and don't say shit. Oh, yeah, he just a little kid. Oh, he just, having a bad day, or he just need to relax. Just let him go. You know how it goes. I don't need to explain this shit to you. All right, now, I am loving this Mayman. Because once again, it speaks to one of the elements of this show. Stop fucking with kids, man. Kids don't want to be no fucking drag queen coming to school and witnessing a play or a book reading or some gay-ass motherfucker swinging up and down a pole talking about he got drag queen. Do you want to be a drag queen too? No, motherfucker. What you need to do to get shot in the fucking head or hang your fucking asses out by the balls in the back of a car and get dragged your fucking gay asses on down the street. Don't bring this bullshit to kids. Stop gay propaganda on kids. And this is what they want to do. And the majority of motherfuckers are white and some black. I ain't going to say not all black. Some blacks are doing this shit. But the kids, man, if you want to be a fucking faggot, you're a man or you're a lesbian, you want to be a lesbo, that's your fucking business. That has nothing to do with genetics. Nothing, man, nothing. That is a life choice. You are suffering from a mental illness. Stop fucking with the kid. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna continue on saying this shit as many times as I can because, I seen on Facebook they had these little kids dressing up and make little boys, man. They're not playing with Tonka trucks or G.I. Joe dolls or little figurines. They're standing in front of a motherfucking mirror or sitting down in front of a mirror like a bitch, putting on some fucking fake-ass eyelashes and some makeup with some wig on, or if they got a white boy and you got long hair, let your hair grow, you talking about you're transgender, bitch, please. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're confused. This gay shit getting too far out of fucking hand. And I am just really pissed about it. Because how in the fuck do the local, state, and federal officials and the neighborhood kids and children who are normal, parents are not going up to that fucking school and protesting? Now, I'm going to be fair. I've seen one group of parents in some state who pulled out all of their kids because of this transgender, gender-bending drag queen bullshit that was coming to the school. I don't blame them. They need to sue the school to stop this bullshit because this is a gay propaganda and agenda. Period. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous. I mean, come on, man. You know better. We need to do better, and we need to protect our kids. But I digress. Now, we're coming up on the 40-minute mark here. I started a little bit late, so we got another 20 minutes or 15 minutes or thereabout. And we're just going to keep on moving along here. Now, one of the things that I like to do is look up how nature is forming itself into women, men, or sexual positions of men and women together. It was just extraordinary. Now, I don't know how this happened and whether or not this is an actual tree or not, but I'm pretty sure it is because I've seen and verified a lot of these trees, a lot of these fruit shaped like vaginas or penises and stuff like that. This shit is just wild, man. I mean, it seems like nature is taking on human form, and this is appears to be a woman, and this is a real tree. So, I'm really amazed by this, and I can just look at this and stand by it or stare at it, and just look and wonder, or not wander, what I'm talking about, wandering like walking off somewhere, and wonder the magnificence of nature. Beautiful, man. This is just absolutely stunning. You can see the face, you can see the hair, you can see the breast, the arms, all the way down to what looked like a figure on the abdomen, and then coming down to the vaginal area, it looked like two legs with a vagina in the middle. Damn, it looked hot to me. Shit. But yeah, it's just amazing, how our planet is. Now here you have a group of students, I guess, went to the zoo and they got the lesson of the day. Boy, did they get it. Here you got two gorillas or orangutan, I don't know what the hell they call them, having sex, and one is just eating the other one out. So I don't know if the male eating the woman out or what's going on, or but I'm pretty sure these kids were like, what the fuck? They got biology and sex 101 going on right in front of them. I thought they were just too far out. And it looked like that monkey just all up in that ass. I mean, that pussy, or that gorilla pussy, monkey pussy, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He ain't paying no attention to nobody. He just like enjoying that pussy. I guess. I don't know. I'm not a gorilla, so I can't say. But to each his own. Now, some of y'all might be offended by this, but I don't give a fuck. I'm just letting it all hang out. This is Freak Out Friday where we just don't give a fuck. Now, there's a certain amount of limit that I will go to, you know what I mean? But this one just takes the cake, because Jesus ain't coming back to save none of you niggas. I'm living my best life. I ain't coming back to save you niggas. Hell, nobody, really. So, this was just perfect for me. Uh, but I digress. Now, this one is seriously funny because just a little girl just sitting back and she just don't give a fuck. I love me. I don't need your motherfucking validation, bitches and bastards. I'm doing me. Do you stay your ass over there? I hear you, little sister. I hear you, little queen. I know I'm talking. I know. You ain't got to tell me. I know. Man, I love this little queen sitting back. Now, look. As I have said on this show so many times, that if you're gay and you love a man and you love a woman, that's your business. But as soon as I saw this, black trans women are black women. A reminder for black folks who love everything black until it's associated with something queer. You got that right. The majority of people are men loving women, women loving men. Stay your asses in the closet, or in fact, get your asses back in the closet, because you are suffering from a mental illness, nothing more, nothing less. There ain't shit special about you, and the only thing that's different is because you have political power, and gay ass niggas and bitches are all up in white niggas, you know what I'm talking about, all up in political offices, giving you more prop, giving you more play. But that doesn't mean you have to propagandize everybody into making gayness or queerness or drag queenness a cool thing to be and do, because it's not. That shit is crazy. And you know motherfucking well it's crazy. And you bitches and bastards are crazy. End of story. All right, and again, I seen this young girl. She sued the school or the district or something about this boy who wanted to run against other females, biological females, and this boy was and is a boy, not a girl. And I don't know the story. That's another story, but this one, I just don't get it. Where our laws are allowing this shit to happen. If this don't need to happen, boys race against boys, and girls race against girls. It's unfair because the boys are gonna win 9 times out of 10, breaking records and shit. Bitch, dude, man, sit your phony ass down somewhere and go and suck a dick. I don't know. Maybe you need some dick up in your ass because you feel like you running too quick. I don't know, man. But whoever you are, whatever you are, you ain't got no fucking rights to be running against true biological females because you're a dude, man. Come on, man. That shit is foul. All right, now back to the heterosexual game because I know I'll be tearing the shit up out that ass with this woman here, this fine queen here, boy, I tell you. Bite her weave off from making sub posts about you all day long. I hear you, man, 'cause I be pulling that hair, boy. I be sticking it all up in that ass, up in that pussy, all up in that mouth, you know what I mean? And, man, ain't nothing like it. You got when your bitch is just screaming and hollering and her toes all curled up and she breaking out to a sweat and she calling you Poppy. Oh my God! You know how it go, boy. That's it right there. If she had on a weave, which my woman don't, my mother, the mother of our children don't, but I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling this one, man. You just wait until tonight until we get it over. She's gonna get hurt tonight. All right, now we're coming up on a 50-minute mark. We're about through. I think we got a couple of these left. But if anybody knows about Larson, he is a cartoonist. And when I tell you this guy can really draw and really make good cartoons, the Far Side cartoons, is just really on point. So you can see here, vampires. The vampires are everywhere. Listen to me. Everyone must be aware of vampires. Obviously, all them people are vampires. Oh man, yeah, this shit was hilarious. But you can now buy, matter of fact, the whole cartoon book of all the cartoons that Larson has done over the years on Amazon. Check that out. Over 4,000. I didn't even know he did that many. But cool, man. The guy is just a pure genius when it comes to cartoons. Now, this is another one in the sibling shadow. You got Lawrence Finn, brother of Huckleberry, got straight A's in school, guidance counselor. Doug Greystoke, brother to Tarzan, lumberjack, died from infected badger bite. Aunt Debbie, younger sister of Mother Teresa, a Rockette. Ted Wright, older brother of Orville and Wilbur, a miner. Sidney Letterman, assistant gag writer for the Benny Hill Show. And Eddie Moto, hunchback of Midvale Community College, in charge of dismissal bell. Man, this is just a cartoon at its best. Another Larson Genius cartoon. Now, this is Alice Walker, the author of The Color Purple. Do I really need to explain this? I really don't, but I'm gonna leave it here for a few seconds, and you should get it. anti-black, but sleeping white. But to each his own. That's what she want to do. That's her business. That's her pussy, her ass, her mouth. If she want to give it up to some knuckle dragger, that's her business. Know what I mean? I ain't mad at her. All right, now this is the last one. I think, yeah, this is the last one. Now, of all the things that I talk about on this show, I talk about the origination of white folks. Whether they want to face it or not, believe it or not, know it or not, or accept it or not, truth is truth even if no one believes it, and a lie is a lie even if everyone believes it. That is true, or that lie is true. But white folk come from nothing. They weren't doing anything. They couldn't make a shoe, let alone a window for a house. We civilized them 3 times. And this is the history of white folks. This is not some, I'm going to say this because white folks saying that. This is the truth. And on this show, I speak truth to power, political, economic, social, and spiritual. And whether you want to believe it or not, know it or not, or accept it or not, I don't give a fuck. Because I am going to spit game. I am going to say what is true and what is factual on this show. And everything in this meme is correct. White folks have brought nothing to this world but death, destruction, disease, and despair. That's it. Alright? So if you have any words that you want to leave behind, and we're going to wrap it up, and you want to let me know about something or, something that's captivating your mind or whatever the case may be, then please, leave a message on the WNB Show YouTube page and, let me know how you guys feel about certain things and about the show and what can we do to improve it. And that means a lot to me. So, and especially if you leave a message of endearment or a message that, you don't like the show because I'm talking bullshit or whatever the case may be. And for those who say I'm talking bullshit, I'd love to have you on your show so you can voice your opinion. Just leave a message. That's all you got to do. And we'll go at it on this show. All right? Now, I'd like to say thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe and hit the subscription button and the bell so you can be alerted to all of the upcoming shows. We are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that depends on what's going on in my life too, because we're going to be going back to the United States. Volviéndonos a la ciudad de Chicago en agosto. Yo no sé cuál fecha, pero estamos cogiendo todo de nuestro pasaporte y todo de eso y vamos a gastar tanto dinero para ver mis padres, mi familia y disfrutándonos para allá en Chicago y vamos a ver a todos. Okay. But thank you again for watching, and God bless, and make sure you subscribe to our blog as well, the whitemanburden.blog. You can see that there. And also make sure, you check out book 2, The White Man's Burden of Lies and Deceit, Understanding White Supremacy, and The White Man's Burden of Lies and Deceit by yours truly. So once again, we're at the closing of this show, the WMB show. I am your host, Isaiah Israel, and we will see you Monday. So Monday, again, is Inspiration Monday, and we're going to be featuring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however many people or situations or a news story that need to be highlighted or I feel need to be expressed on this show because it's really inspiring. And I got a couple of doozies too, so I'm really excited about Monday's show. So again, we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna hopefully run our outro and see how that goes. All right. So make sure you guys uh, stay up, stay black, and stay positive. Stay black again. Move forward. Stay black again. And we will see you um, Monday on Inspiration Monday, the WMB show. We out. All right, peace and great things, and stay black.